What's going on, guys? Steph, I'm back with another video, man. Man, good quality. Look at the skin looking clear. Anyway, I want to talk about this, man, because every time when I get a chance to sit back, I reflect on, the decisions I made in my life, man, and I thought, you know, I made some amazing decisions, not being stuck in Long Island, New York, focusing on what I really have to do. And I like to share these things because there's a lot of guys out there who are making those bad decisions, right? And it's not for me to be braggadocious on what I'm doing in my life, but the thing is, I want a lot of you guys to make smart decisions before you do things that are drastic, right? Like a lot of guys right now, I talk about female nature, but really this is way more important. A lot of us are hanging around with the wrong people, and being around the wrong people is really affecting your life. A lot of us guys make these terrible decisions being around the wrong women, and what happens, man, it messes with your money. And that's very key. A lot of us, we got to start saying to ourselves, you know what, let me watch myself with the people that I associate with, until otherwise they prove in themselves that, why I should keep them around. Why is it cool to be around these guys? And honestly, too, a lot of us make bad decisions not focusing on what's important for us. Instead of that, we do dumb stuff, focus on a job that makes us miserable, being around people that makes us feel low about ourselves. And a lot of us listen to the wrong people. You should be trying to do this, you should be trying to do that. But the thing is, shout out to DC to Dawn, it's your life, right? I won't ever forget about this one video DC to Dawn was talking about during 2020. He was like, it's your life. These people who are telling you what to do are not going to go into the grave with you. These people who are telling you what to do are not going to be around in your life. But when you listen to that and you say to yourself, why am I still in this horrible situation, is because we listen to the wrong people. There's things of constructive criticism, but at the same time, you have to take the risk on doing the things that you want to do. Right? I say it all the time. I didn't expect to be a pro gamer at my age. I really didn't. But I made that happen. It's because of watching the videos, being determined to do that. And, applying to certain applications. I'm a pro gamer in CS, which is absolutely crazy. That's because I wanted to do the things I want to do. Being a model, making YouTube content, making good quality content was very important. It's because I didn't listen to the dumb, goofy stuff. And also, too, I always focused on the money, right? And that's why I said in last week's video, focus on that paycheck. That paycheck is very important, because when you focus on the paycheck, when you're at a job you don't like, it makes your life a lot better, because you're taking that money and putting it into things that are important. Like I tell guys all the time, that S&P 500, man, you may not have the money to start a stock portfolio just yet. That's okay. But put 1,000 down into an S&P 500 and grow it every time when you pay your bills, or every time when you got some money. Put 200 into it, put 300 into it, put 500 into it. And then over time it grows. And with like I say what I say all the time, you don't lose in that situation. Yeah, you may be down like a couple dollars or a percentage, but it's always going to go back up. That's why rich people don't ever trip about what's going on in current situations, because of making smart decisions. So later on you can enjoy the money, or when you really need it, Let's say you believe in an idea in a business, you can take some of that money and throw it into there as a good startup. Because it's your business, it's your life. My homie Eric, man. Anyway. But you gotta be smart about those things. That's why I tell guys all the time, let's just get away from females. Let's just, get away from females for a little bit. Right? You don't need to be dating right now. You don't need to be having babies. Focus on the money. Leave women alone for a little bit. Because when you leave women alone and you lock in on your vision, on your purpose, man, you're going to see how peaceful life is. You're going to see how grateful your life is, right? I'm one of those people, I'm working at a job, but I am super thankful, super grateful that I'm at peace and I'm locked in on the things that I want to do. Because I didn't chase like the wrong women. Because the wrong woman can mess your whole life up. Hanging around the wrong people can mess your whole life up. Your co-workers too. A lot of you guys have horrible co-workers with terrible mindsets. When you hang around that, you become that. Making bad decisions, drinking, smoking. Complaining about things that you don't even own. You getting caught up in a world that doesn't even belong to you because you didn't focus on the money. You didn't focus on your grind and your purpose. Those bad decisions will mess you up for about 4 to 5 years, 10 years, maybe 20. Making you angry, frustrated. Your decision level thinking is messed up because of making bad decisions. That's why I tell guys all the time, don't do that. Right? I was a hard-headed person back at home, but I'm glad I got the hell out of home. That's what I tell people all the time. Get out of your hometown. Get out of your get away from your family. Sometimes your family is tearing you down. Your co-workers is tearing you down. Your friends are tearing you down. That woman that you chasing who did you bogus is tearing you down, bro. I'm not saying cut yourself off from the world, but I'm saying be logical. Think. Even and one thing too, what I don't ever say in videos, I'm gonna say it right now. When things are working out for you, things are going great for you, and when you do have the money, you guys really need to be careful with that too, because that's when you're gonna deal with a lot of leeches. A lot of people gonna be asking for money. A lot of women gonna be using you for what it is. They're gonna put that mask on. All right. That's why I say, keep your life private, because when you don't keep your life private, everybody want to attach themselves to you. Like, I was watching a couple clips from AB, right? And, he has a drinking problem, but I believe he is going to make a comeback. But when he was, opening up to around those women and Dean, he was saying, I was fixing everybody's problems, but nobody was helping me with my problems. Because when you have that much power, money, you're going to see a lot of people for who they are. That's why I tell you guys all the time, man, keep your circle small. Keep your life private, right? Get out of your hometown. Cut people off who are no good for you. Right? There's nothing wrong with staying solo dolo. Have fun with your life, man. You don't have to be around people just to enjoy life, man. Life could be enjoyable with the things that you are doing in life, and you're making money out of it. But it all starts with you putting your life first. You valuing yourself. You really caring about your success. And yeah, they're saying women's lonely epidemic and stuff. I don't even care about things like that. We're going to see a lot of family members wonder, how come my cousins and nephews and uncles don't want to hang around? It's because, man, a lot of that stuff is being exposed. That's why I said in a video, I think a month ago, man, these jobs are going to be these entry-level jobs going to be panicking why people don't want to work here. It's because, man, it's too much phony stuff. It's too much nonsense going around. A lot of people are just really screwed up in the head, not locked in on themselves. That's why me personally, I keep to myself with jobs, because I already know how screwed up people are. And I'm talking based off an experience. Years ago, man, everybody trying to tell me what to do, and I'm not listening to none of that because I was hard-headed, and I wasn't trying to listen to the BS what a lot of people were trying to put me into. And I'm glad I left those people alone, because they still clocking in sad. I'm still smiling because of how I took my life. And I want a lot of you guys to do the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to college for the reasons that you want to go to college. Start a business for the reasons you want to start a business, right? Date the type of women who respect you and really care about you, right? That's why you don't see in my videos I'm a bitter, hateful person. I'm one of those guys who see a lot of successful or happy relationships, but I'm the guy who's seen a lot of nonsense. And I'm telling you guys to watch out for it. And I've got to tell myself too, as I'm growing in life. But it all starts up here first. Gotta make smart decisions. Gotta know who the devil is and who's good for you. Because like I tell you, people from my past were a bunch of devils. Women, I don't even get into it. But guys, make smart decisions, man. Focus on the money. And stop letting the wrong people mess up your path of success. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm out.